Yes, fight fans, boxing fans, it's that time again. It's the end of the week, almost the weekend. Happy Friday evening, wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing. Welcome once again to your irrefutably, undisputably, your number one boxing content channel right here, Upfront Boxing. Make sure you share, make sure you like, make sure you follow. Obviously, it does allow us to bring you the absolute best in all your boxing content, and more importantly, allows you to stay up to date to the absolute latest in boxing. But let's get straight into the video. So as you can see, we are talking about the massive potential heavyweight fight and what a testing fight is for either career. Massive gains, massive obviously losses for the loser. Nothing is official, nothing's been set in stone yet, but obviously we're talking about Joseph Parker against Fabio Wardley. What an absolute obviously heavyweight fight is. Let's obviously talk about these are the two most competitive heavyweights consistently been fighting, consistently getting the job done, even though the adversities we see obviously last time out, Fabio Wardley against Justin Hooney, Portman Road, lived the dream. Very contentious fight, had to go through the trenches, had to go through the wars after a brilliant obviously performance by Justin Hooney and got that clinical knockout punch. And as we know, in heavyweight boxing, it takes one punch literally to chase the face of the outcome of a heavyweight fight or boxing fight in total. That's just the name of the game, obviously, in boxing. We've got Samoan, we're talking about Joseph Parker, New Zealander. This is a guy who's been, in the game for the last decades, fought absolutely everybody at the highest levels, former WBO world champion, looking to obviously regain world champion statusship, has obviously earned the absolute of anybody current heavyweight, probably the most active heavyweight, facing the likes of Deontay Wilder, facing the likes of Martin Bakole, Zhilei Zhang. Absolutely sensational, obviously, run that he's been on since his losses against Joe Joyce and the various sort of other fights. And obviously, he was meant to face Daniel Dubois for that IBF title at the Riyadh season, but due to Daniel Dubois not being medically fit, not able to fight, obviously had to fight the boogeyman of the heavyweight division, Martin Bakole, and actually a knockout, sensational performance. So the question is, what an absolute fight this is. If this does happen, there's massive rewards, obviously, for the winner. You've got Fabio Wardley, who's the WBA interim world heavyweight title, but due to the concessions and the way the governing bodies and the rotations, how they croquet and go round, obviously taking on Joseph Parker, who is the WBO, is the mandatory, looking to fight, obviously, Alexander Usyk. It doesn't look like negotiations are going to happen, or whether Alexander Usyk, who basically has earned the right in the sense he is former cruiserweight champion, two-time undisputed world heavyweight champion, may vacate, may obviously take Joseph Parker up on his mandatory title defence. Either way, there's some massive fights out there, and there's also the rumour and speculation as well that Moses in time, after that sensational performance against Dillian White, first round knockout, is said that basically he's ready, I'm fair game now, give me Alexander Usyk, and he win or lose or draw, it won't pay massive dividends for his career. But however, let's get back to these two. So Fabio Wardley against obviously Joseph Parker, two of the most consistent, obviously heavyweights. Both obviously got clinical knockout power. We've seen what Fabio Wardley has done over the two fights with Fraser Clark. Obviously tough, grueling, went for the trenches in the first fight. Second fight, clinical, first knockout, first round performance. Joseph Parker, sensational performance against Deontay Wilder. This is the guy, obviously, the most prolific knockout artist. Had his losses against Tyson Fury. Maybe he's lost his chin, maybe not, but he has since come back and made a winning, obviously, comeback. So we'll see what happens next. But obviously getting the jobs done each and every time, and obviously did not get his IBF world title opportunity against Daniel Dubois at the Riyadh season. So if this fight happens between Joseph Parker, Fabio Wardley, who do you think wins? It's very obviously 50-50. Both, in the sense, have got that knockout equalising power to get the job done. You've got the experience of Joseph Parker, former WBA world champion, unification fights against Anthony Joshua, been in there with absolutely everybody. You've got Fabio Wardley come up through the white collar ranks, which is not the usual progressive way for such a star-studded, such a obviously resume, took on everybody that he is needed to take on, got the clinical, got the decisions. Obviously, it doesn't matter whether you win by the first round or the late round. We know one thing with boxing, they do like to say that they don't get paid overtime, so they want to get in, get out, and get the job done. So at this fight, it is a massive fight full of heavyweight. It's sends massive ramifications. Who gets that literally first shot at Alexander Usyk, or whoever holds one of the 5 governing bodies, and who gets the opportunity obviously next. So keep it locked, keep it Upfront Boxing. Let us know what you think of this massive potential fight, and it is a good 50-50 solid heavyweight fight with two current and active heavyweights. So keep it locked, let us know your comments below, and we'll see you on the next. Keep it Upfront Boxing.